Hello, it's Kim McGrath from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom and a pick a card this week for all of you and make it quick, simple. We do have another little bit of a difficult week with Neptune highlighted all week. But first, let me show you the pick a card. Here you go. So I am using the Enchanted Map Deck by Colette Baron Reed. It is the anniversary edition deck. And that is not the picture that I chose. I did have something marked with a 1 and a 2 and a 3, but not seeing it. Let me find that for you. Oh my goodness. Always a hot mess, right? Always a hot mess. I could have sworn that I had it for you. I found it. I found it. Oh my gosh. There we go. That's the one I wanted to show you. So we have card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. I paired this with Fire Agate, Star Aragonite, and Mookite, but in a yellow form because we still are in Leo season with the sun in Leo. So I wanted to represent some stones that represented Leo. So take your pick. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. I'll come back here. And just so you can see it bigger, this is the deck that I am using, the Enchanted Map Deck by Colette Baron Reed. All right. I will do the reveal as soon as I can get my act together. And then I will talk about the crystal of the week. I guess I'll pick a card of the week and the astrology of the week, and we'll be in and out of here and in no time. Let me just line up what I'm trying to do. Can't figure it out. Can't figure it out. Oh my goodness. So anyway, what's going on? Are you having a rough week? I know that it's been a little crazy. The energy is intense. We are in a very intense fire season. And so I think for all of us, we could be feeling it. Fire season really brings out the heat. It brings out the passion. It brings out our creativity. But it also brings out the ego and anger, aggression sometimes. All right, so I am ready to reveal. I'm ready to reveal the cards. I think I have them lined up. Wait. I'm ready to do the reveal. And hopefully I won't screw this up. So if you chose card number 1, it is Sad Embrace. And that does look pretty sad. We have a fairy here in the midst of winter. It feels as though everything has been depleted, cold, alone, frozen, feeling as if everything has been lost. Sad Embrace talks about loss being a part of life. It's time to let go and allow time to heal you. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long cherished dream. If so, take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept this loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises along with sadness and grief. Express these emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. And it is extremely sad in this instance. However, know that sometimes not getting what you want is a great gift. And what I find brings the most disappointment for myself is when I set expectations of how I want something to go and it doesn't turn out that way. And when I make expectations, that's where the disappointment comes in. But if you're aware enough that you cannot put expectations on another person, otherwise you will get disappointed. You really just have to, it's best to just go with the flow and detach from any expectations of how something should turn out, how long it will take, anything really. Otherwise, you will just constantly be living in disappointment. All right, so if you chose card number 2, that is wide open. So here we have the maiden standing on the mountaintop. There's a magical butterfly flying overhead. Her arms are all the way wide open. She's allowing her heart chakra to just beam out from this cliff. And she's prepared to accept and embrace anything that comes her way. She's free to express her uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. All manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time if you chose card number 2. The wide open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time. So speak up and speak out. This card is a sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibility. Allow for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander dream. Now, what could hinder you at this time if you chose this card is envy or jealousy or possessiveness of another. Go out and embark on your own stuff and find your own possibilities. It could be that you or someone could be closed off and unable to remain open to new ideas or maybe intimacy. So heed the gentle warning that too tight of a hold on what you love or who loves you, it could squash the possibility of manifesting. You need to open your heart and loosen your grip. It's all about control. Just go with the flow and take that leap of faith. And then last but not least, the third card that is chosen, if you chose card number 3, it is rescue. So in this depiction, there's someone inside of a cave high up on this floating mountain, isolated, although they have this beautiful tree, looks like a really beautiful Japanese maple. There's a beautiful water flow. There's greenery around. But then you see the balloon with the explorer and the telescope coming in. Is this the rescue off of this isolated island? That's what it appears to be for me, even though the isolated island looks pretty inviting. It looks as though they have everything that they need. Why would they need to be rescued? So this card actually says you are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask, and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from spirit. Get into the right relationship with the divine, and you will see many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. However, the opposite side of that, it says, it asks if you are trying to rescue another person. Do you believe that your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued by this person? Do you believe that someone will sweep you off your feet and take away all of your troubles? So you really want to do a deep dive into where you are if you've chosen this card, because it cautions you against romanticizing your situations right now, and look closely and see reality as it is, rather than the illusion of how you'd like it to be, especially because we are under such great Neptune influence this week that we will have the ability or the capability to romanticize everything. So if you chose that card, you really want to take a deep dive into where you are, up in here and in here. All right, so I hope you liked your card that I've chosen, the cards that I've chosen for you this week. The crystal that I picked for this week, and it's interesting that this came out, you know, because I do a random pick. It's bloodstone, it's courage, and it really represents that Leo energy that we are in. We are in the last week of Leo season, because next week the sun will move into Virgo. Just looking at my notes, on the 20th, Mars will move into Gemini. I think that's like the biggest thing. We start the week off with a Pisces moon. Neptune is in Pisces. So, you know, we will have a tendency possibly for swollen feet, clogged lymph nodes, sleepiness. Then there's a big fire alert when the moon moves into Aries with the sun in Leo. So we really kind of want to slow our roll this week, because there will be a tendency to overheat the body, aggression, anger, ego, but we could use that energy for passion and creativity and play and getting things done, but don't overdo it, because in most of the country here in the United States and many parts of the world, it has been very, very hot. So you want to stay hydrated, heavily hydrated, and take it easy. I do most of my things early in the morning or after dinner in the evening, the coolest times of the day. That's when I get my yard work done and other things. Only because, it's just hot. And I like the heat. I truly do. But this bloodstone, I do have a sample here, but it's not typical of what most people would expect bloodstone, because there isn't any green chalcedony in this, or agate. This is mostly just red jasper and hematite. It comes in so many different forms, but typically most bloodstone or heliotrope, which I mentioned in last week's crystal healing cards, and I said it's related to the sun because the helio. Well, then when I picked this, I found out that bloodstone is also known as heliotrope. It's really interesting because it does instill courage. It allows us to take that leap of faith. It boosts our self-worth. And you can see this warrior, she or he, has to cross this molten lava. The shield is in hand. And, lack of self-worth or, just fear in general is holding this person back. The bloodstone will allow you to take that leap of faith. So I think that's perfect to wrap up the Leo season. This week in general, starting the week off with a Pisces moon, then it moves into Aries for Monday, Tuesday, and some of Wednesday. Then we go into a Taurus moon. That'll be for grounding. It's all about the earth. We could see some crazy earth things happening, weather related, earthquake related. We have Taurus moon for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then the moon moves into Gemini. And then the big thing, Mars will move into Gemini on Saturday, August 20th. Been waiting for this for a year because big highlight on wherever you have Gemini in your chart. Mars is going to give you the energy to express yourself through written word, through spoken word, mental capabilities. Could be a little scattered depending on, where you have it. But you want to really pay attention to where is Gemini in your chart? Which house is it? What is going to be highlighted? Because Mars is going to be staying there in Gemini for 7 months until March of 2023, because he's going to go retrograde. Mars typically takes about 5 to 6 weeks to move through a sign. So for Mars to be staying in a particular sign, Gemini, for 7 months, it's just crazy. So I'm wondering, is it going to really beef up our creative juices, our mental capacities? Is it really going to give us the stamina that we need? I think we're going to need to be really careful of burnout, because we may have a little bit, so much energy up here that it burns us out physically. So is it going to happen, during that transit, or will we see the results after the transit? I really want everybody to pay attention to how they feel within the couple of days. So like Saturday, Sunday, Monday of the following week, you want to pay attention to what is this boost? Like, how is it affecting your mental capabilities? Now, Gemini does rule the circulatory system in part with other signs, the shoulders, the lungs, the arms, the hands. So we may need to really be careful because everything will be moving so fast. And then also the monkey mind. I think it could really throw some of us into a loop and have scattered thoughts, scattered mind. We could have problems sleeping because of that. So I'm really curious to see how this will play out. But I know for myself, being a Gemini sun and having so many planets in Gemini, in my second house, I'm really hoping that I can capitalize on some sort of written or verbal communication, media, or whatever that, could maybe launch something really fabulous. Like I really would like to put together maybe a little ebook and get that out there on animal totems or something different. Like take a look at my blogs and do a collaboration of everything that I've done, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm already like scatterbrain monkey mind. Anyway, I hope you liked your cards. I think I covered everything. If you liked this pick a card video, please share it with your friends. Give me some thumbs up, comment me, share, like, subscribe, check out the other videos. I will see you next week when the sun moves into Virgo, and we will celebrate Virgo season. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.